Thank you so much, ma'am. Give me the decimal of an hour, and I'll just endorse what just Dr. KP has just lamented. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings and regards from the land of Lord Jagannath. And the next decimal of an hour, we'll discuss about the arts, science, and commerce of 3D, expanding a delusional, a directional, or polarizing device. And we'll do all that with the fourth D, which stands for demitasse. And in case you wonder what demitasse is, it's just nothing but evening coffee. While we discuss in the next segment, I have a companion, a friend of mine, who would reveal himself towards the fag end, and we would have to take his points now. He's just listening patiently. He would surface himself later. Let's look at the arts now. It's a wonderful equipment. I said I'll endorse each statement made by Dr. KP. It's a two-tone, towering design, fills up the OT, looks magnificent. If a person is desirous of converting or transforming himself, the front part of his face is covered either by black or by white to a colorful look, then this is the device to go to. So that's in the arts. It disciplinizes your OT staff. They have to stand in a queue naturally because there's no space in the OT after this monumental equipment is installed. In the demo set, they show you that you can see a flower and all the depths that are surrounding it. They, in fact, also show you an ant which crawls across the flower. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, if an ant crosses across the globe, across the surface of the eye, this is the only equipment in the world which is going to show that to you. Otherwise, you cannot see the ant crawling across the globe. So I completely agree to that. And then, since the eyepiece of the microscope heads up, it symbolizes technology giving you a thumbs up. This much for arts. Let's take into science. Let's talk about resolution first. Both of them come with an HD camera. HD camera is superb when it comes to projection of the images onto a TV screen. But what about resolution? Resolution is measured in terms of megapixels. HD cameras come in two variants. One is a 720p, the other is a 1080p. The 720p gives us this much of resolution, which is not technically a megapixel camera, and a 1080 provides us with a 2.1 megapixel. Vis-a-vis that, if you look at the human eye, it has been calculated that the human eye has 576 megapixels, the best camera that has ever descended on Mother Earth. So why not trust your own eyes? Why would you trust on a screen? Let's talk about the technology. 3D technology is subserved by two glasses. One is a pair of active glasses, the other is passive glasses. What do active glasses do? They flicker. At any given point in time, one of the eyes is closed and the other glass is open. They do it so rapidly that it's undetected, and each eye receives 60 frames of a second imagery, 60 frames per second imagery. The active 3D glasses are true depth perceiving glasses. They give you excellent resolution, true depth, but are heavy, battery powered, expensive, and tiring. Vis-a-vis that, the passive 3D glasses break the images into alternate pixels or alternate lines. The left eye receives odd number of lines. The right eye receives the even number of lines. They are more comfortable, offers better brightness. However, they do not provide true depth. They lack resolution. In either case, you're not getting the comfort to the eyes, but this is the only equipment which can do justice to your long list in the OT. The bottom line, as has been published in an article on CNET, which is a wonderful site for technology, and the bottom line is there are no winners, only whiners. Both 3D methods are flawed in serious ways. And if you have a distance which is a normal distance, you would probably spend watching more 2D than 3D. For watching actual 3D in the form of, with the help of passive 3D glasses, you need to have a long distance between you and the monitor, or else you have to use a smaller monitor, is the verdict. And these machines come with passive 3D glasses. So your long OT list is subserved by, but you do not get proper depth for which you've bought the machine at the first place. However, this is the best equipment to go to. Cervical spine. They say that the cervical spine is put to rest. These are 3 surgeons operating under the same system. Look at their cervical spines. None of them look straight to you, do they? They don't look straight to you. Now let's look at the spine. The spine is designed in such a manner that it can flex and it can extend. These are the 2 physiological movements of the spine, where the paraspinal muscles and the ligaments take into action. But if you torque the head, if you move the head side by side to this side or that side, the same side trapezius and the opposite side sternomastoid comes into play. These are unphysiological muscles for the movements. So in the long run, they are equally damaging to the spine, if not more. So more than flexion and extension. Now coming to the commerce part, and here my friend would reveal himself. This is a sentence. If you are a penny pincher, this isn't exactly, this equipment isn't exactly dime a dozen. This comes as one of the statements from a group of statements called the Anu Mantra, which means that if you are trying hard for your pennies, if you're trying hard or extra to earn your pennies, this equipment does not come as a next door equipment for you. My friend reveals himself. This is him. He screams a lot, so I have named him the yelling guy. But the yelling guy right now is silent. Let's look at this, some of the cost factors. It's not very costly at all. These equipments only cost you 1 to 2.5 crores, not much. The flax machine costs more. It has a total value for money. You can extract every pie that you spent on this. And when it's weighed against utility, the balance swings heavily towards utility. So without this equipment, the utility actually comes to a standstill, which is why millions of people have accepted this concept. And there is a staggering number of installation in India, 32 across the country thus far. Can you believe it? The yelling man, can you believe it? No, you can't. What do you have to say? Oh, there are 100 flax installations across the country. Okay, that's okay. Let's move ahead. Now, this is what normal people do to take care of their spine. They work out and they spend 5,000 rupees per month towards membership and 3,000 rupees towards their trainer. But ye hai aam zindagi. What do almost mortals do? They stand in an OT with an equipment. None of the spines are straight. Everybody is either bending or tilting. But yet, this is the equipment that puts your cervical spine to rest. So, ye hai mentor zindagi. Choose what you have to do. You don't have the bag alone. You don't have the equipment alone. The company makes sure that you also receive IOLs along with it towards bundling, OVDs, BSSs, and accessories. Somebody tell Jeffrey Archer that he has to rename his book, which is titled Quiver Full of Arrows. Right, yelling man? You don't agree? So this is not Quiver Full of Arrows. You've got a better title to suggest. So he says this is a basket full of sorrows. You don't have to have the equipment alone. You have to bear the cost of a lot of things. This is an excellent equipment to click a picture of yours and post it as a profile pic. The yelling man is still yelling. What's wrong with this man? Oh, he wants to know, hey buddy, where is the 3D? I'm sure, the cameraman has actually caught the wrong angle. It must be there somewhere, but he has just failed to spot it somehow and catch it in the camera. So this is an excellent equipment when it comes to Uncle Sam. If you have Uncle Sam to pay for the machine, if you have Uncle Harry to pay for the AMC, and you do not have Uncle Bob who would ask, son, why did you buy this machine at the first place? So I solemnly declare, put my case to rest, ladies and gentlemen. But before that, I solemnly declare my opponent, Dr. KP, to be the winner of this round. And I go back with a sagging face. Thank you so much, ARC, for the opportunity once again.
Anurag, that was a wonderful talk, and both of you really hit it off very well. And I think each of you brought out all valid points. Paucity of time, actually, you definitely need a clap. And we shall go on to our next speaker.
Only one, Chitwa, only 1 point. Oh, if you take the sarcasm out of his talk, I'm the winner.
No. Both of you were good. Two different.
No, that included also you, the winner, sir.
It was